Okay.
Hi, this is the Metal Mermaid here at Louder Than Life 2016 along with Toshi Iseda and Nikki Darling as well.
What's up, folks?
Let's see. For those who don't know Toshi's music, how would you describe your music to someone?
Shitty. No, I'm just kidding. It's all instrumental guitar-based music. It's very much in the vein of like someone like, say, Steve Vai, Joe Satriani. It's that, you know, I spent too many hours in the bedroom kind of music. That's pretty much about it. It's all instrumental guitar music. So yeah, that's what I do.
What are you looking to do now? Like, it's like October? Are you recording?
Yes.
Do you have
October 2nd.
What do you have coming up?
I'm working on another record, but I'd love to join a commercial band, so I'm looking for the right project to join. But in the meantime, I'm recording another solo record, and that's kind of like, it's kind of weird how it started, because I didn't intend to be a solo artist. I just happened to be that I couldn't find anybody and couldn't find a singer, so I said I had all these songs, all this music, and you know, they had like verses and choruses and bridges and all that kind of stuff. And I said, well, screw having a singer. I can't find the right guy, so I just put melodies with guitars, and then all of a sudden I got pigeonholed into this whole Guitar Hero thing, which wasn't really intentionally trying to do that, which is kind of funny because I was told from Joe Satriani it was the same thing with Joe Satriani.
Wow.
He's not trying to do that either. As far as being a Guitar Hero thing, he just couldn't find a singer and decided to do instrumental stuff. So that's kind of how it worked out.
Sometimes the music is in you.
Yeah, well, it's always in you. It's just a matter of like, you know, you're just sitting here, you know, after I left my last band, you know, back in the 90s, I was like, well, I've got all these tunes over here. The singer wrote all the lyrics, and the melodies, which he couldn't have because they weren't that great. And I said, I have the music. It's music's all mine. The arrangements are mine. So let me just put some guitar melodies on top. You know, that was pretty much it.
That's awesome. You mentioned a lot of my heroes. Are you a fan of Devin Townsend?
Yes, very much so. I like the record that he did with Steve. It's great. And there's my friend Tim over there. Okay. Say hi to Tim. Doing an interview.
Hi, Tim.
He's also a killer guitar player too. He plays guitar in a band called Man the Mighty. And if you haven't heard them folks, check them out. They rock. Big time. Big time. So, it's the next big thing.
Well, we're excited, and especially if you get in a band, give us the information and
of course.
Stuff coming out. We like guitars.
Well, you know, the way that I write all my instrumental music is like, you could literally put vocals, you know, vocals right over them. I set it up so that it is like a vocal arrangement. It's not a bunch of, you know, guitar licks that are strung together and stuff like that. They literally have melodies. There's verses and choruses and bridges and pre-choruses and all that kind of stuff. So there's songs, and you can literally just take the guitar melodies down and place vocals on top, which I've had people do before. I've sent them beer tracks. These guys were like, you know, hey man, you know, I'd love to sing with you, blah blah blah. And unfortunately, you know, I never got anybody that really rocked my socks. But you know, they were all in that kind of same thing though. So that's the way I've always written. Like I said, it's always been that of writing commercial music, commercial rock music, or rock music in general, that would be vocal based. I never thought like, you know, say like in a Dream Theater kind of way, which I love those guys. All those guys are friends of mine.
They're incredible.
You know? Yeah, I could not even remember that many notes. Okay, so I just no way.
You can tell they're classically trained.
Well, we went to
incredible.
Berkeley together, so
Really?
you know, it was one of those kind of things where it was like, you know, that's like a lot of notes. You know, I prefer to have, you know, rhythm guitar and have a singer, and I mean they have one too, but there's a lot of notes that's going on in between all that stuff. So, like I said, I don't know how John does it because I couldn't remember that many notes that I've saved my life. You know, so yeah, I love the guys though. They're great. You know, I don't even consider them the progressive rock band. They're like beyond that.
I know, that's how
you know
I think the same. They're experimental. They're incredible.
Yeah, and they're actually commercial too. I mean, you got to figure your first single was actually a commercial-oriented tune that broke them. You know, and they just progressively got more, no punch intended, more progressive. So yeah.
I like how they convey messages through notes, through melodic notes, and they can take someone to another, like, otherworldly realm without saying a word.
Exactly.
For people who can feel that in their spirit and soul.
Right, exactly. Very good guys. They write great music, so yeah.
And on behalf of Rock Rage Radio, we want to thank you for your time today.
You're very welcome.
Guys, Toshi Iseda.
Get them pretty cheap.
If you haven't heard about him, check him out.
And we're thankful for the information.
I'm on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. I've got 2 personal pages on Facebook. I've got a fan page on Facebook. What else? YouTube. You can get on my YouTube channel. Reverb Nation I don't do.
YouTube is good too.
YouTube is good. I don't do Instagram. I just don't have the time. You know?
Oh yeah.
I try to put it on.
If someone wanted to do it for me, it would be great. But the people that I've done that before with, kind of like didn't keep up or screwed it up or something like that. And that's my reputation, you know, that they're trying to do. So I like to maintain that. So a lot of times, like I haven't been on Facebook all weekend. So as we're sitting here, and you know, I'm sure people are going, "Where is it?" Yeah, because a lot of people don't even know I'm here. So, but that's just so much social media, so much social media going on. Sometimes I just want to, like, you know, stay at home and play with my cats and eat dinner in front of the fireplace and throw an acoustic guitar
and live life.
Chill with myself.
Exactly. That's kind of like where I'm headed towards these days. You know, with this, you know, media thing, it's getting out of control and stuff like that. You know, so
you just want to live a normal life.
Yeah, I actually would like to retire, like up in Minnesota or Oregon or something like that. You know, maybe Minnesota with the snow. My ideal place is like a log cabin with a fireplace and acoustic guitar and lots of good books, and just chill and no computers. You know.
Before we're done speaking with you today, I have one question to ask. Who would you say was your greatest musical influence or inspiration?
I don't know if there's like one greatest. Like, there's different periods of times where I looked up the guys, but I mean, as far as the guy that really, like, I mean, it'd be Eddie Van Halen. You know, that was the guy. That's the guy that, like, you know.
Do you know that when him and his brother for Christmas, I think it was either their 5th or 6th year for Christmas, that one had gotten a drum set and one had gotten a guitar, and they switched, and that's actually what
Eddie
they
was
became
playing drums
known for.
and Alex was playing guitar, and while Alex was out on dates, he was messing with Eddie Van Halen was messing with Alex's guitar, and finally Alex said, "Hey, you play the guitar."
Do you not think that's amazing how destiny finds you? I think it's incredible.
Yeah, totally. I mean, and I've heard Ed play drums too. He's a fantastic drummer to this day.
Yes,
so,
he is.
Yeah, and that's, you can tell it in his guitar playing, because his guitar playing is very rhythmical. So it shows that rhythm is there, you know. And he never practiced like in a traditional sense with a metronome or anything of the sort. And so that's just inert, you know, rhythm.
Would you say the way that you play, the style? I know you probably like a lot of Tom Morello. too.
Yeah,
you like the way that
I love Tom Morello. Yeah, he's great.
It seems like he adds a bit of like jazz style, and he just mixes it all together. I didn't know if you.
I'd say he's more experimental, you know, with that, and he's got a groove. When he plays, he's got a heavy groove, and you know, I love Rage Against the Machine. They're awesome, and that's, you know, anarchy kind of thing, you know.
I wanted to know how you felt about them. I like hearing how other guitarists feel and what they feel from other
and then Audioslave for a long time was my favorite band. I mean, they were just so fantastic.
I love Chris Cornell's voice.
Chris Cornell, nobody touches him really, as far as I'm concerned. Just about. He's up there with the guys. You know what I mean? I mean, he's one of those guys. Like, if I could sing like him, I'd probably stop playing guitar altogether. You know, or at least play guitar and sing. You know, so. Yeah.
That's awesome. It's been really an honor and privilege to speak with you today.
Thank you.
It really has.
Thank you.
Toshi Iseda, Louder Than Life, 2016 with Rock Rage Radio.
Rock Rage Radio, baby.
Alrighty. Go.